Hello everybody, welcome to Break Remake. I'm your host Joan. Today we're going to do this. We are going to make a pair of faux wrap pants fit better and make a elasticy, stretchy waistband. Let me show you how to do it. I measured these pants. They are a 38, which means I need to add 10 inches. That is a fine amount to add to any pant. When you add more, pockets start migrating, the fabric pulls weird. It just is like an approach with caution kind of moment. Since I don't actually know what's going on inside of these pants, my first step is to then take off the waistband and see what I can salvage of the original waistband. So it's just gonna be me and the seam ripper forever. I got lucky for the waistband. Part of it is done with a loop stitch. I can just pull that out if I remember which thread to unloop. I've got the waistband mostly undone. I just have the serging left for the amount of fabric that you're trying to save and how long it will take you to unpick the serging. Just cut it off. Now that my waistband is off and my pants are undone, I have to have my pins at the ready. I have to move the overlaps just so they're even. Whew, I wish I was an octopus for this. So I started by first officially moving the two panels out, but it's not quite enough and my spidey senses are tingling. I think I need to make it around 50 inches, 52 inches. That way the elastic has some grabbiness that can pull it back in to suck it into my waist. I'm going to reshuffle the pinning I just did and make it a little bigger. Pin, measure, you know the drill. I've got this all pinned out how I want it. I'm going to go ahead now and baste the waist in place. Oh, that's hard to say, because I don't want it to shift while I'm putting on the waistband. I'm going to cut up my waistband and make a new one. I'm going to go ahead and make my waistband a 48, even though my pants are a 50, because I will be able to ease it in with the elastic. I'm going to cut the waistband off with seam allowance so I can have this elastic piece and I can sew it to my new waistband. Just so happen to have this big piece of scrap fabric left over from when I made my sister and I matching French terry sleep pants. This original waistband dictated how big I can make my new waistband. I'm going to sew these two bad boys together and then I'll show you how to set a smaller waistband into something that's bigger. If you're doing this, set yourself up for success. Pin mark your waistband, center front, center back, and side seams. Then you also need to pin mark your side seams on your pants. I have a center front and center back seam. I don't need to pin mark those. I just need to pin mark my side seams. Now comes the fun part. You want to line up those pins you just did. And as you sew, you're going to stretch in between those pin marks. If you are new to this, pin more so you can actually stretch at smaller distances. Now that I've pinned all the sides, you can see where there's little gaps. So you want to pin in the middle of those to control it as you sew. I've got my bouquet of pins. Now I'm going to go ahead and do a slight zigzag to stitch this waistband on. Everything's slightly stretchy, so it's best to use a zigzag. And we are all done. If you want to learn how to make regular pants bigger, please check out this video where I make a pair of train conductor pants fit me better.